What, his bike?
It's a nice little ride, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like you treat it like a motorcycle, but it's a scooter.
Yeah.
She's like, Michigan, there's gonna be
Some snow. Yeah. Cold.
off and on rain. 80% humidity, 80% chance of rain, and there's an earthquake warning in Florida.
I was bored one day at work on a Thursday, and the way things come about in my head, I don't know. But I was bored one day at work, and I was working for Taylor Guitars and boxing some guitars. And I was telling the guys that I work with, I'm like, hey, you guys, I don't have anything to do this weekend. Tomorrow night, Friday night, I'm going to light myself on fire. And these guys went, uh-huh, I see. Okay, go ahead, do what you want. No, I'm serious. This is what I can do it. I wear, you know, I went through my head and the layers and how I'm going to use it, what I'm going to use, and how I'm going to protect myself. And they're like, really? Wait, you're serious about this? I'm like, yeah, tomorrow night. Let's do it.
What's running through your mind right now, bitch?
Fucking walls. Walls of fire. Knowing that I'm gonna bust through them in like less than 5 minutes. It's pretty intense right now. And basically, I started brainstorming like all day. This was like an all-day thing, and we started off brainstorming on how I was gonna be a stuntman in LA and Hollywood and fame behind the scenes, and then we started brainstorming like doing.
Serious?
It's kind of like a fun thing. I was still gonna light myself on fire Friday night, like that was definite. But where it was gonna go, that's what we wanted. That was what we were brainstorming. Kinks and just like as you get older, you know, your bones, stuff like that. You gotta learn how to drive this car. I had to teach Sam how to drive this car when I let him borrow it. Huh, Sam?
Yeah.
That's smart.
Rad.
Hell yeah.
It's really smart.
This laugh is gonna save the world someday.
Yeah.
When I die, Justin claims he's going to make a statue of me. Actually, he's going to stuff me, and there's going to be a button that you push, and when I die, the button you push, all you do is hear me laugh. This is actually my girlfriend's.
What? Really?
Yeah, she loves my penis.
So is it technically hers?
Yeah.
No.
What's more cool is this guy that I got playing hacky sack by himself.
Remember
that?
Oh god. Can I borrow that tape? I'll make a copy of it. You got it? Can I get it? You're really good. Who is that?
That's my girlfriend, Jessica.
Yeah.
She's a hottie.
She used to be a Girl Scout.
Oh, that is good.
Streamlined fenders. Custom hood. Special ordered these from Mexico. See that? 100% glass. This style here has 2 doors on each side. And
Commonly known as the 4-door.
these are stock, these locks, skull locks. Aerodynamic.
Sweet.
White rim tires. And here we have the back. Here you can see he's chosen to announce to everyone he's straight edge. He's very proud of that.
Straight edge to me is very personal now. It was, it's basically started through music back in DC. And basically, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do drugs. No promiscuous, is that the right word? Promiscuous sex. But then it divides off into you don't eat meat, you know, you're vegan, you don't use corporate item, whatever. And it's just personal on each level. And I have my own personal straight edge. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Some people don't consider myself straight edge because I eat meat. Tough.
What's your personal definition?
My personal, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, and I'm just have fun, positive. A lot of people are negative. I'm probably one of the most positive people you ever meet. Here in San Diego, that's all I know.
Encontraron los cadáveres de 6 miembros de una familia en un charco de sangre. Colapsó una zanja de construcción y en su interior quedó atrapado un obrero.
Portrait of a Curly from the Three Stooges, done by Rob Hostetter. Actually, Rob Hostetter has done all my tattoos on my body. He's actually one of my sponsors, Lifetime Tattoo. We have an outlet that we did on my leg. Basically, what it says is it's off the wall, literally off the wall. This is the dagger I was talking about.
Go to the arm here, your right arm.
Dagger I was talking about, power of rock and roll. I actually dedicated this right arm to rock and roll, which I crossed 2 bases that I own with a skull that says never gonna die, like the AC/DC song.
We could have some chocolate milk.
Yeah. AC/DC lettering, which again, San Diego, California, which I'm never going to leave San Diego, California. A lot of people from all over the world come to travel to San Diego for vacation. And then there's another half of the world that don't even know what and where San Diego is. San Diego is right next to the border of Mexico, where people think LA is on the border of Mexico, and we're in between that. So when you say, oh, you're near the Mexican border, oh, you must be by LA. No, we live in San Diego. And so we're this bordering city where there's just culture from Mexico and then Americans. These are a little bit more rare than Slurpees are. They used to be carried in a convenience store, Circle K, mostly out in Arizona, but made it out to the Southwest. Here comes Sam. I don't know if you ever had a slush puppy, but they're not as icy as a icy or slush or Slurpee. They're slushy, liquid and ice. But about 8 years ago, I wanted a slush puppy machine. I saw it in the paper, and I just wanted to get one because I'd like to drink and have it at my own house, and if I could afford it, why not? So I told myself I'd get one, but I ran out of money. So about 5 years later, I told myself the next time one comes around, I'm going to pick it up. And I saw it in the paper, went and got it at this liquor store down in National City, $300. And went to go buy some supplies for it, and they told me it's worth, right now the condition is $2,000, so definitely a good buy. But you have this big city with a small town vibe, where I think as big as the city is, everybody knows each other, as in a small town, because I go from place to place and I'm running into people that I know from kindergarten. I know from junior high. I know from this band and that band. And somehow there's, what is it in the world? There's a 6 degrees of separation, right? Is that the word?
What's up, Corey?
How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are
I
you?
recognized you back there. I was all, that's
Rad.
Sam.
Rad. Still riding
No,
bikes?
she's nuts.
Hey, check me out!
Me too!
Older ladies really dig me for some reason. I got away with older women. When I was working up in Rochester at the calendar store for a month or so, this lady, she's like, came up to me and, you know, I got a girlfriend. She just came straight up to me and she's like, buying a calendar, and she's like, hey, I want to suck your dick. And I'm like, she's had to have been 67 years old. And I'm just like, you know what, I got a girlfriend. She's like, well, what else? Can I do anything else for you? You can go buy me a Whopper and a Coke. 10 minutes later, Whopper and Coke. This arm, I got a traditional skull and crossbones, which I felt I just needed, and it's literally off a real pirate flag. And I got a classic tattoo done in Coca-Cola writing, because Coca-Cola is one of my favorite drinks, and classic because I own a classic car, a 64 Fairlane station wagon, which when I'm cruising, holding my right arm in a wheel and left arm out the window, classic. I have my X that represents straight edge. I have my flying elephant, represents my scooter club, and I have a Hawaiian theme ocean kind of thing that's just going with, because I really love the ocean a lot. Going in tail, I got a devil, which kind of like a dopey devil. It was kind of sitting up there on the wall, and I went, who the hell's ever going to get this tattoo? And Rob goes, you are right now. So he put it on me. I have one more, and let's show you those. And those I got because why would one get those? I don't know, but I got them.
Those are silver naked ladies.
We were thinking about a Daredevil team. We were thinking about a stunt team, like a stunt organization. We were thinking, just everywhere, every which way we can go with this. Names, name for me, name for the guy that wanted to do it with me. But so what we did is the next night, I called. We had about 40 people in my alley, right here in Pacific Beach. And I layered myself with a bunch of wet clothes and used lighter fluid and rubbing alcohol. And basically, I told myself this is what I want to do tonight, and this is what's going to happen. Whatever happens after this, who knows? But tonight, I'm going to have fun. And so what we did is, lit it up, and as we speak, I'm the only one that has footage to that. Hasn't been shown anywhere. Those 40 people are the only ones that ever witnessed that. And after that, we kind of just talked about it, and literally like about 6 weeks later, I think I said, I keep brainstorming, like, what can I do next? What can I do next? Do I keep just lighting myself on fire? What do I do? Do I ride a bike? Do I skateboard? Do I jump off things? And I'm like, what about running through a wall? And I set it up again. Just word of mouth, called up a few friends. We had about 40, 50 people there. And set it up on Fiesta Island, where it was kind of like hidden. And Fiesta Island is a little place where people go to party in San Diego, right on the bay. And what we did is we set up these walls, and I've always been like kind of into surprising the crowd. And one thing I did to surprise that crowd that night is I had one wall set up, and what I did is I went, you guys all came here to see me run through one wall of fire, yeah, woo! And it was really cool. Everybody was like pumped up, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna run through 2 walls of fire. And the crowd goes, whoa, steps back and goes, because I shock them, I kind of surprise them, and they're caught off guard, because they know I'm going to run through 1, but now they're like 2. They don't know if I can do it, and now it's, ups the ante. That's what I like to do. And I'm doing it
No, don't be self-conscious, man.
Okay.
So, what's your newest stunt going to be all about? Can you talk about that?
The new stunt that I'm doing this Saturday on March 9th, 2002, is a stunt that I've actually already done, but I'm up in the ante, about $200, $250 of fireworks. So human firework. Now I guess now this stunt's called the human firecracker, which I didn't know. I have a stunt crew guy he kind of forgets a little bit, and the stunt is actually called the human firework. And what basically consists of we have $400 worth of fireworks that's going to be fused to my body, and this is fused together by about 5 fuses, and you light the 5 fuses, and basically the fireworks ignite, and I blow up for about 4 to 5 minutes.
That's intense.
Yeah, and the factors that would come into play when we first started doing it, we didn't. A lot of things are like, okay, is your body gonna absorb the impact of firecrackers like blowing against your body? All right, I wore shorts underneath my fire suit. I didn't know that. I thought I'd be okay, but turns out afterwards I had a bunch of welts on my legs, which you just take it in hand, and nothing happened to me.
Yeah.
In the heat of passion and time and just everything happening, I left my earplugs in my pocket. I didn't lose any hearing. So there you go.
What'd your mom think of all this?
Okay, this is a good one, because what my mom has told me, I believe her, but you probably want to get her input on it. My mom has always believed I know what, Rich personally, she knows what I know that I'm doing. She always believes that I know what I'm doing. So she never questions what I do. This is what she says. She's like, I don't question what you do. You know what you're doing. You're going to be safe, and you're going to be all right. She's been to a few of my stunts, and basically she's not a nail biter. She's just enjoying the crowd. She's like with everybody else. It's like my mom is my mom, but she's also more of just a friend, which is really cool.
What does your dad think?
My dad?
You don't know.
I don't care.
I saw him come to a stunt.
Yeah, he made it to a stunt. He made it to the first flyered stunt, which was fire bowling. and he brought his wife and kid, and really just didn't know what was going to happen. He honestly didn't know
You didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, he hasn't played a big part in my life, but he, you know,
But
he's
you
all
knew you were lighting yourself on fire.
yeah, and he kind of really wanted to know what I was doing. And he's more.
How did he find out about it?
I called him up. I told him.
What'd you tell him?
Told him I was going to light myself on fire this weekend, and he showed up. But you know, he's never been like a true dad. You know, kind of one of those dads, just whatever. He's outside influence dad. So he shows up and kind of is like getting into my space, you know. And he's like, you need to do this, you need to do this. I'm like, you need to relax and let me take care of my own thing. And I told him straight up, I'm like, back off. And that was probably one of the best stunts I've ever pulled off.
Fireballing was intense.
It's definitely a patented stunt that I took care of.
Describe it from the setup to execution.
Well, fireballing was basically this stunt that after the 2 walls of fire, I came to the conclusion that I got something going for myself. I want to start doing stunts for underground San Diego. I want to keep San Diego alive. And so what I said, I'm gonna up the ante, man. I'm gonna be on fire, and I'm gonna do something. So I went to sleep one night, and this is seriously how it happened. It's not just a joke. I made this up just to sound cool. I woke up in the middle of the night about 3 o'clock in the morning, out of a dream, like, and the envision I had in my head was this whole stunt already done for me. Didn't have to question how this was going to be done, how this was going to be taken care of. I was going to be on fire. I was going to be representing a bowling ball. We had like the mud flaps. I'm not a trucker, but
Yeah.
I got mud
Those
flap
are hot,
tattoos.
dude. I'm into those.
Yeah.
Real quick, what's your scooter club?
Flying Elephants. Scooter Club started in Chicago. Basically trailed back over to San Diego, ride scooters around. That's it. Yeah.
All right, cool. Cut. That's good.
Yeah.
Rich, excellent.
It's called life.
You'd probably do good with the rookies because you remind them of their kids. Everybody loves their kids. Anyways.
Stormy.
Are you gonna go surfing today, Sam? Tonight? Tomorrow?
I'm not gonna surf until summer, or I go back to Hawaii, or somewhere else that's really warm. Because here is cold.
Why don't you guys roll up your windows, Sam? Read that poem.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready if you're ready. What'd you get the poem? Like get the actual words on there.
Wait, hold on, let me get this score right here.
No, I think it'd be better if you filmed Rich while he drove.
Yeah. We want just
Like
your audio
a
reading it.
narrative.
But let Stefan start off on the
See, but they can dub it in over stuff, Sam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't have any part of me on film.
No, we won't put you on camera, dude.
Okay.
Unless you want.
I only have the words.
In your hand.
Perfect.
Are your hands clean?
Yeah.
Alright.
Rich is a guy who likes to surf. His pecs are big like Papa Smurf. He eats big burritos and pepperoncinis. I wish he was magic like that guy Houdini. His house is real small, not like Spencer's dick. He doesn't have a dog to fetch a small stick. One time he ate corn for a whole day. My mom used to think that he was gay. Rich plays bass in a rock and roll band, and I think he masturbates with his right hand. He is short, and he also has short hair. His Wally hangs loose because he doesn't have underwear. One time in Reno, he won $50. The thing that makes me laugh is imagining how he fucks.
Wow, how long do you work on that?
For about a minute.
It's a pretty good turnaround time.
I think I wrote like
Were you getting into poetry or something?
10 or 20 poems that day.
Yeah.
Really?
Him and Spencer locked themselves up in our bedroom. That's what came out.
It's all about doing it faster than slower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a phone call because I've been waiting for this. Hello? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mo? How are you? I'm working on a documentary right now.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, what are you doing?
All I've had to eat is 2 bananas and an apple.
Yeah, everybody was cool except for Cat Power. That girl's crazy. Do you like
All
that
of
one?
our winks.
Oh yeah, we gotta do the winks. I want to get those on tape.
Oh, we're not supposed to roll down. Roll back. As you can tell, we can't really see very good through this glass. See, I don't really use the glass. I use the force.
You drive with the force.
6 degrees of separation, but in San Diego, it's much more tighter. I'd say it's even 3 degrees, because I find wherever I go, I can talk to somebody, and there's within 3 people I can link that person, and it's like I know that guy, like I've been friends with him my whole life. And that's what I think San Diego really is. If we want to even get like the food in San Diego is great.
Your mama's house. That is good. Where'd you get that?
Are you still living in this? What's that? Yeah. Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Later. Well, hey. What are you doing tonight? Cool. Where's your car seat?
Which the single seater,
Is it on one of these?
the van seat.
Yeah.
The guy that was subletting my house, his cat's like pissed on it.
You have cats.
Yeah, ruined my couch.
God,
Car seat. My mom had to clean the carpet.
God, who was this guy?
I don't know. I still haven't found him yet. You're a good learner.
Stop it. Gabe taught me a new pickup line.
What is it? That's what you say?
Yeah.
Is that how you get him?
Yeah. Totally.
I always think one of the best pickup lines is the one that Dean started doing about 5 years ago. Hey, check me out. I don't know. It seemed good. Yeah.
Sam, go on, give me a few good, because you used to be the master of the pickup lines. Give me a few pickup
I got a girl though. She'll get mad at me. Hey, check me out.
Shit.
Okay, cutting the last one up. There's 9. There's our last one.
On to go.
Hey, you picked up the spare though, buddy!
Anybody wants to go have slush puppies back in my house? We'll come hang out. All right? All right. Thanks, everybody.
How do you like your rich? Toasted!
What's the deal with the scooter?
Started riding scooters a few years back. Joined a scooter club. Flying elephants. There. Got that? That's our scooter club. Flying elephants. Ride scooters. Basically, they're fun. I rigged a stereo hooked up to this one. Specialty. I was born in a little town called La Mesa, California. What's known in San Diego as East County. I grew up all in San Diego County. Grew up southeast, kind of in the ghetto. But then my mom, what she did is after junior high, or through junior high, she wanted us to stay in the same school because we kind of moved around a little bit. So what she did is she moved us out into schools in East County, into Santee, and she drove us from southeast San Diego all the way to East County. Would that be East? Yeah. East County every day. And from there I just was kind of like a little fat kid in junior high that kind of was made fun of, but didn't care, but just kind of kept to myself. My first memory. No one's ever asked that. I remember this one time when I was 10, and we can go back kindergarten, but we'll keep going back. I remember this one time I was about 10 years old, and my mom drove us up to our house, and I remember they were dragging all of our pot plants out from the backyard. And see, what we had is a big greenhouse, bigger than this room, about a good 10 by 20 feet room, or a greenhouse. And we had pot plants growing out through the roof. And I didn't know anything about pot or if it was bad or not. I was just told, go water the plants. So I knew how to water plants. I knew how to pick buds, but I didn't know what I was doing. So when I saw these cops pulling out of the backyard all these pot plants, I'm like, what are they doing with our plants? I don't understand. And the reason we got caught is because they were growing out of the top of the greenhouse. And I guess we were right next to a naval base, so kind of, kind of stupid, but potheads,
It happens.
Yeah, but I myself have never smoked pot, so.
Yeah, you've been straight edge your whole life.
Yeah, I've never tried alcohol, drugs, my whole life. And, growing up in East County where that's experimented a lot in parties and just like that, for some reason I made it through the system and just got by and said, no, I don't need it. But also what I was told is, little kids don't do that. Kids don't do that. Don't do that. So actually, it always embedded in me. And when other people went through that stage, well, how come I can't do it? I never asked myself that. I just said, I'm a kid, I can't do that. So now I'm a 28-year-old kid. And I don't plan to be anything else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting because it's like, I don't really know how to define what straight edge is really. but could you just like, I mean, explain it to me like I don't know what it is.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll hang out with anybody. See, and a lot of people that say that I'm not straight edge just because I hang out with a different crowd. You know, I don't go to all the hardcore shows every week. I'd rather hang out with my friends that are drinking, which doesn't really make sense, but it's what I do. I enjoy people, basically, is what I do. I really enjoy different varieties of people, getting to know people's tones and levels. There's not.
Not anything.
I've never had one regret.
Regret.
Yeah, I've never had one regret in my life. I was working at Arby's, right? And I was washing dishes in the back. And if it wasn't for Arby's, I wouldn't be who I was today. Let me tell you. And let's just go even back further. Fast food. I believe every person should work a fast food job because that's where you learn your work ethic. Fast food, really. You learn how to.
By that? You mean like who you are?
No, you learn actually a work ethic. Like you learn how to work. You learn how to discipline yourself and actually appreciate work and a job. And without that, I mean, some people will disagree with me, obviously. But I know personally, through most of my friends, that them working at fast food jobs, they've really become a better person.
Because of Arby's.
Well, fast food.
Yeah.
But now taking us back to Arby's,